What's up? What's up? What's good? What's good, people? This your boy Scott Lewis, Apartment Gamer, and more. Here with another one. I'm here with John. Everything BK Nets. He's not. He's under the weather a little bit, but say happy birthday to him. Happy birthday, John.
Hoorah.
And I'm here with Leaf. Leaf, what's up, Leaf?
What's going on, man? Happy birthday, John. But I'm not under
Thank
the
you.
goddamn weather. I'm here to tear shit up.
He'll be the enforcer tonight. I'll be the silent assassin.
Yeah. Today we play the Pelicans, and be honest with you, I know it was, and John can attest to this. I know it was with the tank thing, but I think we need to embrace rebuild. What you think, John?
Yeah, listen, I think it'll be interesting after 11:59 tonight when Kaminga is of trade available. If we'll see if these talks between Warriors and Nets actually becomes concrete and the Warriors are actually willing to give Nets close to what they want. For what I'm hearing, the Nets want two picks. That could be an unprotected first and a pick swap, or it could be an unprotected first and a protected pick or something like that. So if the Nets get at least two firsts, Moody, Buddy, and some type of vet from the Kings, because the Kings are obviously going to be involved because they're the only team that wants Jonathan Kuminga right now. So that's a team that makes sense in that deal. And the Nets are just going to try to collect one to two firsts and maybe some extra capital from the Kings. So if that's where the teams are going, we'll see how they explore that and if a deal can get done before February 5th. But you imagine, given how bad the relationship between Kuminga and the Warriors have been, they probably want to get a deal done ASAP. And for the Warriors, it's about maximizing the end of Curry's window, which I think we kind of see as like might end a lot sooner rather than later. So if they want to take this shot for arguably the best player on the trade block at MPJ, you got to pay a bit of a price here for the Nets. So if we can come in with two firsts, a young contract in Moody, a vet and Buddy that we can maybe flip fastest down the line, and maybe another vet from the Kings that could be a part of this future or not. Like that's collecting assets and moving forward, like you said, and embracing. Not what I say tank, because this team fights every night, but you're embracing keeping your lottery position where it's at right now, which is 4 through 5. And I think we can stay here the rest of the way. I think we'll crack at least a top 5 or 6 pick potential, as opposed to winning meaningless games and put yourself even worse position like you were last year. So I feel like the stars are aligning. It'll just be interesting to see if the Nets do actually want to agree to move off of MPJ or not. But I definitely think there's discussions going on between the Warriors and the Nets right now. And after tonight, they can become more concrete because the big piece that's been missing from this is where's Jonathan Kuminga going in this deal? And he's definitely not coming to Brooklyn. So we'll see in the next few days if these what we've heard becomes more concrete and if the deal gets done. Ultimately, for me, I want to see the rookies play more minutes. I want to see them get expanded roles and obviously not all these vets are going to get moved, but right now, what I heard watching Locked On Nets with Eric Slater and Brett Siegel of Clutch Sports is it seems like MPJ, Cam Thomas, and Haywood are the main pieces that this Nets team is exploring. It looks like Claxton Dayron are going to stay at least until this offseason, where one of them could be moved. But right now, the MPJ sweepstakes are a huge topic that will continue till February 5th passes, whether he's on this team or not. So I think the Nets are in a great position. Let's just see if they actually want to do business soon, which I think they should at this point. You have a chance to collect assets and keep pushing your future forward. Why wouldn't you at least explore it? And I would say on that.
What you think, Leaf?
I'll tell you what I think. I think, man, like this direction is a long time coming. It's been a long time coming, realistically, because we've been hinting at this ever since Mikhail went for 5 or 6 firsts or however money it was.
Yeah.
Dumbass goddamn tangerines just threw the dope right on our lap and just told us, yo, you know what to do with it? I said, no, not really, but we're gonna figure it out. Because like, at the end of the day, there's no brownie points, man, for breaking it up and selling the team hope, but it is a direction nonetheless. It doesn't erase the fact that Sean Marks is still a piece of trash.
Right.
It doesn't erase none of it, but it is a direction nonetheless. Now, the only reason why I was given solutions, hold on, I'm getting an echo. Oh,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I would.
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, we hear
Yeah.
you. Go ahead.
Uh, Hold on, I'm still getting that go.
You want to back
Damn.
out and come back?
Yeah. I'm all in back. I'll come back.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm looking forward. I don't know about the MPJ thing. I mean, if they offer two picks, two first round picks, I can see them taking it. But they don't want Jonathan Kaminga, so we need a
Oh,
third team.
hold
That's
on.
the whole thing.
That's where the Kings come in because they're the only team that Mike Scott reported today that is interested in Jonathan Kuminga, and they're about to blow up their team and start from scratch. And the interesting thing is, Cam Thomas, if the Nets do go through this MPJ deal, might be a part of it going to the Kings because Cam Thomas wants to be in an environment where he can get all the minutes in the world, build a case for why he's a starter, not a six man. And the Kings, if they're going to start from scratch soon, getting Kuminga and Cam Thomas in this three-team deal actually allows the Kings to go in a youth movement and see what they could throw at the ceiling and see what fits. I think Cam would be open to that. So that's another piece of the puzzle that might
Yeah,
get moved there. But ultimately for us, it's the picks for sure. And I think you look at 2026 first, it's around 15 right now. They have a 2028 first, which could be near the end of Curry's time in the NBA. But a 2031 first, I think the Nets would really want because that's the post Curry era. And given the fact the Warriors want to take the shot right now to maximize Curry's window, it's either the gamble pays off or it doesn't. But you're so head set on wanting to maximize Curry, this should be a non-brainer to give up a potential lottery pick and a trade chip for the Brooklyn Nets because having that pick in our arsenal allows us to construct a superstar package in the future if the Nets feel that's where they want to go. So a 2031 Warriors first will be super valuable for me and maybe a pick swap of some sort like a 2029 swap, which would be valuable too. But I think the Nets would try to aim with something in the middle, maybe a 2028 unprotected first and a 231 swap or something like that. Like however the formula goes, I think the Nets if that can get met, it just comes down to where's Kaminga going and what are we getting back from that third team for Kaminga. Because the Kings want to offload Malik Monk's contract, so they have to give capital too. Would they give
right,
up a first to us? I don't know, but maybe a protected first if we
right.
throw something going their way, like a Cam Thomas or wherever we want to get rid of on our side, I think the Nets could do. If we could come away with three picks, let's say that's close to value for MPJ at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Two unprotected from the Warriors, maybe protected from the Kings. You have short term contracts with Moody, Buddy, and Monk. I think that gives the Nets something to work with,
yeah,
like you said. So and ultimately, it's protecting a lottery pick, getting a potential top four franchise guy, then having whatever's left over from this year gives the Nets something to aim for. And I know people say, "Oh, keep MPJ because he'll get you to a play-in," but it's like you see how lately teams are playing aggressive against MPJ. He's still
yeah.
getting decent numbers off, but they're taking him out of the equation. And you see everybody else, and it's like they don't know how to run a lot of these offensive schemes because Jordy built it primarily around MPJ. So if we get away from that, I think it's going to benefit these rookies' development long term because they'll have higher roles, develop their own confidence, and
That's
be part of the
possible.
schemes more. And I
Yeah,
feel like
that's
that's a good
fair.
thing for Jordy
It
too,
is possible.
Because Jordy in the last 2 years has had vets as excuses, and it's like get rid of some of these vets. You have to trust your rookies more. I think Jordy's trusted them a bit, but you do the MPJ trade, it's like I got to full on trust these guys now, which I think would be good for him because a lot of people believe in Jordy, but it's like you have these vets as like your plan A right now when really the rookie should be your plan A. So I feel like this could benefit the rookies' development, Jordy's coaching philosophies, and benefit our lottery pick if we trade MPJ. But I could see why we might keep him too. But at the same time,
Yeah,
that's after February 5th. Before then, let's see if how desperate the Warriors are. And another team was involved, the Bucks. Like Giannis is booing his own fans; they're booing him. If
yeah,
they want
yeah,
to keep that guy for a few more months, give me one of your picks. Like we have to see which one of the two teams, Bucks or Warriors, is that desperate to get MPJ right now. And that's the leverage we have right now is that both these teams are floating up Shit's Creek right now, looking for anything to salvage their seasons.
yeah. Leaf. You said you agree with that, right?
Well, what I agree with is that the long time coming thing, like I was talking about earlier, about the direction being ironclad, as opposed to hey, we playing hide and seek about which direction we want to go,
Right,
and we basically put a dead end on this onto the street that's bullshit bets, and let's have bets lead us and whatever piece we get for a trade,
right.
even though we were supposed to get young pieces couple of trades ago
Yeah,
when we
Yeah.
traded KD and Kyrie, but we didn't do that. So now it's time
yeah,
to reverb, reroute, and go pick up where we left off on this McHale deal that we got 6 picks for.
right, right.
That was the true change in
Yeah,
this on
it
this
was two
organization.
seasons ago, really,
Yeah,
technically.
it was when that was the true change.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What happened was dumbasses in our front office didn't realize that at the time,
Right,
which
right,
is why Jordy Fernandez got hired before McHale was traded.
right, right,
He
right,
they came they hired him with the intent of making the team that McHale was on better.
right.
That's why they hired him.
Yeah, they were gonna make a
Now,
run.
so now they have to reroute and tell Jordy since he's a new coach, hey, listen, we need you to figure out how to make these young players better. We know what you're doing with the veterans and guys like the Struders and guys like the Cam Johnsons and guys like the MPJs.
Right,
We need you to work magic with these rookies
right.
and with these young players.
Yeah, they did
That's what we
they
need
did
you
a
to do.
about face. They did a about
Yeah, yeah,
face. Yeah,
they did it. They spin the block and went the other way and did the Barry Sanders shifty move and went the
yeah,
other direction. It is what it is. But what I will say is the ironclad direction. Now, in terms of the teams, I did see the Giannis thing.
yeah.
It didn't really do nothing for me, man.
That
I
is a
mean,
crap storm over there in Milwaukee. Like yesterday, man.
Well, he's
Ooh,
not. We know
it's
he's not
we
happy.
thought it was
We
over then. It's over.
we
It's
know
well,
he's.
over.
well, I would say this, man. The one thing about it is that time heals everything. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
sure
One thing
enough,
they gotta
do.
realize is that Giannis is responsible for their first championship in 50 years.
Word up.
So what they not gonna do, what they not gonna do, what they not gonna do
Right,
is going to turn their back and be like they was booing because they was down 30.
right.
That's why they was booing.
Yeah, and I
And
would
Giannis was
too.
missing free throws, and I
I,
would too. So that's
Well,
why they were booing.
No Ant Man, no Rudy yesterday makes it even worse. Like
No
you
Ant Man
got
and no Rudy.
Julius
Yeah.
Randle to cook your ass. Julius Randle, man, come on.
Julius
oh yeah,
Randle frying you up, yeah, that's a different story. I understand that, but let's let it be known, Julius Randle is he is an all
is
pro in this league, and he's
yeah.
all
He's
star.
somewhat
So
decent. He's decent.
he's somewhat decent. But what I will say is this: I'm still laser focused. I'm still locked in on the 14 deal because it made sense to me.
Right,
Now, a little birdie in the sky that just so happened to have what 100,000 over 150,000 subs on what's it TikTok.
right,
He just so happened to tell me, yo, Lee, if you ain't asking for yo, if you ain't asking for four first for MPJ, what are you doing? I'm like, what you mean? What am I doing? I'm not the GM. You need to call Sean Marks and tell him he need to do X, Y, Z, the shit that you just told me. So I know what I want for him. John knows what he wants for him. Everybody in Nets League knows what he wants for him. It's up to Sean Marks to grow a set, have some gumption, and walk up like he mean business because we don't owe the Warriors a goddamn thing
that's for sure.
at the end of the day.
Yeah, he
Now,
got
if
an.
you just if you
That,
just end it now, listen. If we end the business of just racking up first round picks for MPJ as much as we can, okay, fine. It's a direction. You put a dead end sign on that goddamn veteran shit. Let's let the veterans lead the team shit. You put a dead end window on that. That
yeah,
section's crossed off. You
right,
locked up the door and you put a chain on that shit and you threw that shit in the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. That
right,
shit ain't never coming back. And you let it be known that rookies are gonna lead this team.
right.
Me personally, for all the people that sit on the tanker's bag and telling me what they want to tell me about this draft, leave man, Cam Boozer, AJ DeBonsa, this that. I'm giving you 3 years. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it out one more time. I'm giving you this. How many years I'm giving you?
Yeah,
One of them picks, one of them top 5 picks, and I don't even care if they fall to us. One of them top 5 picks better work out.
We get one of those
Else
top
I'm
four
not letting it
picks.
go.
We get one of those top four picks. I give him 5 to 10 years to win us the title. Because at least they'll be on our
No,
team.
I'm not giving them 5 to 10 years. I'm
No, no, no,
giving
you
them
know what I
3.
mean though. As far as like being a legit franchise guy, not like they have to develop 5 to 10 years. Because like
No,
I'd be stoked to have one of those guys. Now, hey, listen,
John. That's
it took Tatum and Brown 10 years to win a title, and those were our picks. So I'm just saying.
John. That's where I did. That's where we disconnect. I'm giving them motherfuckers 3,
No, that's
and
fair.
I'm
That's
not
fair.
bullshitting.
That's fair. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you, man. We want results.
If you want to tell me that Caleb Wilson, Carlos Boozer, Darren Peterson, PJ DeBossa, all in the top 5, I'm giving them 3. They better turn into something by year 3.
No,
If they
my
don't, if they don't,
right.
you
Yeah.
will hear my voice. If
If
they
we,
don't, I will fucking never tell you. If
I'm
if
gonna
they
we,
don't,
remind
if they
if,
don't,
everybody.
if
I'm
we
gonna
trade,
come back to the stream, and I'm not coming back to be peaceful.
if we,
I'm
if we, if we trade MPJ,
dude.
the is the
We got big
ideal
bars.
guy to get. If we let go of MPJ, is the ideal guy because he's a small forward. Imagine next year the lineup is Yegor, no, Powell, DeBosta, Claudia, and Wolf. Like there you go. There's your young core right there.
The
You
thing, the thing,
drafted.
the
John,
thing, the thing I look at is
I'm not
this:
imagining a damn
if
thing.
you trade MPJ, you should be getting number one picks. You should be getting something.
You should be getting first rounds. There shouldn't be
Yeah.
no second rounds on your
Now it
list.
might not
I
be
don't give a.
this year, but it can
I don't
be
give
the
a
year
shit
after
what
or the year
Sports
after
Channel
that.
tells you.
But you
You
gotta
better give me number
materialize
ones.
something. You
Any
can't come with
first
bus.
rounds. I don't give a shit if it's 28, 29, 30, 31. Anything between 27 and 32. Because guess what? The Denver Nuggets gave us 2032 first round unprotected, and that's probably going to fall at the time where Joker decides, yo, it's time for me to get my ass out the league.
Yep.
So realistically, bro, like I'm talking in terms of 2026 NBA draft. The 4 players that I mentioned, they better be goaded. I don't give a shit if they go to the Wizards. I don't give a shit if they go to Zimbabwe.
What?
They better be as goaded as everybody says they are because I'm coming back and I'm starting shit with everybody that told me that they was gonna do something. I don't care if it's John, I don't care if it's PT, I don't care who it is. I am coming back here. I am coming back here and I'm starting shit.
That's
Yeah.
cool. I like when
That's what
people
I'm
start
doing.
shit. It's
3
fun.
years. 3 years. That's all I'm giving them.
What do you think about the what? Let me ask y'all a question. What do y'all think about Ja Morant coming to Brooklyn? That's
Listen,
a possibility, man. It
I,
is a possibility.
I was open to the perspective a few days ago, but after today, man, that crash out with what was the guy Vance Williams? Is that his name?
Right.
Was the kid's name? Like come on,
Vince Williams, yeah.
yeah, like come on, listen, it's shoot around. That's the one time like, when you're preparing stuff like that with shit like that should be going down. John Morant was having a crybaby meltdown. It's like that toxicity is why his value is so low. I just saw a report where if Miami wants him, you know what they're going to offer? Terry Rozier's contract, which is nothing, and Fatecchio with no picks for John Morant. That's how bad his value is. It's like the Nets could get the guy for a bargain deal if we wanted to, but it's like this dude is such an attitude the disaster. It's like Jordan would not put up with that crap. These rookies, man, would not do well with a guy like that wants to control the whole ship. But when the offense gets adjusted around him, he don't want to adjust. Like if he came here, Jordan would
Well, you
say,
can say
"John,
that. But
he
you
would
can
say,
say
John, you
you
got to
can
start
say
taking
that.
threes."
But
He
you can
won't take
say that.
threes.
You can say that about every superstar in the league.
Nah,
You can say that about every star in the league that they're
listen,
going
but
to take over.
what Morant did
I
with
mean,
Memphis a few years ago was spectacular. To be a two-seed in a Western Conference, which was very open wide, impressive. He was at one point the face of the NBA. Then he decided to play with a toy water gun, and now his whole career is shot. Like, listen, at the end of the day, he did all this to himself, and now when you're about to be out the door, just be quiet. Keep to yourself. We all know Memphis don't want you anymore. But it's like you just want to go up against everybody on that team, like pulling teeth until you're ready to get out there. And it's like, damn, I do not need that negative energy on a team that has to start winning next year. And I think Ja is still a star in his own right, but
Yeah, he
man,
sell
he's not
jerseys.
set.
He
He's not
sell
set in how to
jerseys.
win. He's not
He's
set in how to win right now, which is the problem.
no.
He
I
ain't there
mean,
mentally.
Do you believe it? Go ahead, Leaf.
Well, if you're gonna be out on Zion, you might as well be out on John Moran and anybody else that you want to trade for too. Listen, if we held bet on the direction, bro, the direction needs to be the draft and nothing else right now.
Right, right, okay,
That's all it is. That's all it is to it, bro. Like now, if you want to go get bets, the whole potential Moody and Kevin Herter and Malik Monk, I'm cool with that. I mean, them dudes is only making what 15, 16 million at
right,
best.
right, right,
And they shooters. I mean, they could score. They could do certain things, within sets and within plays and things like that. So I don't think they're gonna take up too much space. I think Malik Monk is probably gonna command in all attention if that trade does go through. But if my Zion deal got shot down, bro, like I'm not pushing forward nobody that's quote unquote problematic. And that goes
Uh,
for John Morant. That goes
yeah.
for Giannis. That
Now,
goes for
Giannis
Donovan
would be an
Mitchell.
exception. Giannis is still an all-around top-tier player. He's just on a crappy team. The other two guys, John and Zion, just it's mentally.
The
Part of it's
the
mental, and part of it's just
the
they're not
problem,
some
amounting up to their skills. At least with
but
Giannis,
but
he's always been an MVP. The other two guys have never lived up
but
to
but
their
but but
moniker
John,
consistently.
but John, the problem with Giannis is the high amount that it takes to build around him. You
No,
know what
that's
I'm
fair.
saying? So
That's fair. Well,
so everybody pretty much got like question mark decisions when you invest in them because we're not investing picks, we're investing money. There's a
right,
difference between going investing in the draft and going investing in this run of superstars that want another contract. And this is one of the reasons why I wanted Zion because he had 2 more years left on his deal. We didn't have to sign him. We could give him a 2 year lease, like we've been giving dudes ever since we traded KD. We
right,
gave KD a 2 year lease because he only played 2 years any damn way. He sat out the first because he had an Achilles injury.
right,
We gave him that. We waived so many damn injuries. We waived so many damn problematic shit with players ever since we got Kevin Durant. We
right,
waived all of it. So
yeah,
what?
if we
what
going, so John, focus. If we going into this new direction, when I say new, I mean new. I mean rookies. I mean not 19-year-olds with planchitis. Not dudes from North Carolina. They get the same ankle injury. Not no damn dude. Not no damn 19-year-olds, bro. That's project after project. I'm talking about real picks. I'm talking about real talent that can produce for this team. Danny Wolf is in that conversation. Nolan Trayor is in that conversation. Listen. I'm fully firm on the boat. Drake Powell's starting to grow on me, even though I still think he's in a horror movie. But at the same time, what I need, if you're gonna go through in the direction, make sure it's like this. I don't want to see this shit. I don't want to see this. Damn! Look at this on the stop. Yo, look at this on the stop. Yo, stop that shit. Stop.
well. Speaking of going younger, what are your thoughts on Peyton Watson? This kid has opened up a lot of eyes on Denver. He's going to be a restricted free agent. He's young, he's skilled, and the Nets are one of the teams with cap space. Do you think the Nets make an offer for a guy like Peyton Watson to join this young core if we trade MPJ?
Um, well, just to answer this question before you got out, Peyton
yeah,
Watson, not bad to me. As long as he ain't getting nothing over 12 million a year, you know what
yeah.
I'm
He,
saying?
yeah,
Like
he
I
shouldn't
like because
command.
last time I checked, he wasn't on that championship team, so he was a rookie. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not of the mindset of going out and go giving him money just
Well, how
because
much
he
would you
played with
give
Joker.
Watson? How much would you give Payne Watson? Like 18 to 20 mil as a starting offer? I'm not going over like
I think
30 for this kid at all. But like,
anything under 15 is cool with me.
well, think
Yeah,
about it. Denver is near cap restrictions. They have to re-sign. Well, they're gonna have to extend Joker if he wants to stay past 2027. And by doing that, that's gonna bring him back to where they were with MPJ when they had to trade him just to get more players. So if they do give Joker the extension, which they should, Payne Watson is not going to get the money he wants. And the Nets, I think we have to go maybe around 20 mil just to make the Nuggets sweat a bit. Which at this case, we're going young. A young talent like him, he might fit with Jordy. And he's a defender. He's a quality defender. This kid, which kind of fits Jordy's identity and what he's trying to build with the squad.
Well, listen, be honest with you, bro. Like I said, bro, like it's a lot of players that I had suggestions for, and I'm not of the mindset of giving somebody who's not even a legitimate starter on the team that he's on right now, bro, 20 million a year. I'm sorry.
Scott, look up Peyton Watson's
Listen, I
numbers,
get it.
Scott,
He's
for this
six
year.
eight. He's 200.
Who?
Peyton Watson, look up his
He's
numbers
he's
for this
averaging he's
year.
averaging 14. He's averaging 14 and 5. He's averaging. I'm on his numbers right now.
Yeah,
29 minutes a
14 and
game.
5. Yeah.
14 and 5.
He's had a couple
51% from the
24
field.
in his last few
40% from
games.
three. I
That's good.
mean, and that's cool, bro. That's cool. I'm okay with that. But the better that he does, I don't know if that's going to translate over here. And I'm not looking forward to it translating over here because guess what, John? Once we get done with this trade, we still got some more pieces of trash to trade off this team. They had our center position. You remember that, don't you?
I know,
Yeah,
I
that's
know.
You
true.
remember that.
And it was interesting because Eric Slater and Siegel said that the Nets might leave the center conversation till this offseason. Because Claxton, we know there's a lot of suitors for him. You have Pacers, you have Hornets, Lakers. It might be beneficial not to trade Claxton's deadline, but it seems like a lot of teams are like hesitant to make moves. But by the draft, where we kind of know where we are, we could trade Claxton before draft night, extend Dayron to a short-term extension, very fair. Let Danny Wolf be the backup and trade Claxton for more assets. I'm totally fine with that because Claxton, it took him 7 years to do what he's doing right now. And even then, if you look at his individual numbers this year, they aren't as great. I think he has one of the most worst plus or minus percentages in the NBA individually. So even though he's done good this year, it hasn't been like dramatically changed to what he's used to do. He is improved in certain areas, but it's like you have a young guy, Danny Wolf, who's trying to figure out a role in this team. You have Dayron, who's played really well lately, and it's way more affordable to keep Dayron your flexibility if you keep him as opposed to Claxton. So I think this offseason, we're going to move off of Claxton because a lot more teams will give the Nets, I think, what they want, a first-round pick, expiring salary, and a young player. I think we can hit that before the draft. So I think that's what they're going to focus on. I don't think they're going to make a move for Claxton Dayron this deadline, unless Boston. The only team that can make a move for Dayron is the Celtics right now, and they might have to give up a protected pick or something like that for Dayron, which Brad Stevens is a very smart man. He's not going to give that up unless the Nets force his hand, and I don't think he's going to let them force his hand. But the only team I could see going for Dayron are the Celtics right now because they need a big man. So, but I would keep Dayron. If it makes more sense, we have flexibility to keep Dayron, trade Claxton, but I don't think we'll see anything happen until this offseason. But the Lakers, if there's any team that should get Claxton right now, it's the Lakers, who defensively, just like they were last year, are a nightmare. And LeBron James is giving DeAndre Ayton death stares and laughing at him getting kicked in the balls. Pause.
Yeah, giving them
John,
death
I can
scares.
tell. I don't know how you managed to get all of that out, knowing that you need a Sudafed right now. But at the same time,
It's a
yeah,
talent.
I don't know what to call this shit. But
If
listen,
they get
what
rid
I
of
will.
Michael, if they get rid of Michael P, Mike MPJ, right? If they trade MPJ, the Nets will have so much cap space this
Yes,
off season.
kid you
Even
not.
if they pick, it would be ridiculous.
Yes,
They
it would be
they would
ridiculous.
they would have to spend some money. They would
No,
have
no, no.
to.
But here's the thing. This is why the 14 deal made a lot of sense because you basically substituting that $38 million for three contracts that's in the 15s and 17s, and it's going
Okay,
to equal out to that. So like, so it's it actually makes sense. I mean, you getting shooters back. You getting Moody. You getting Hurdy. You getting Malik Monk. I'm okay with that. Now you just need to address your positions, bro. That you don't have, which is your dribble drive guys, which is your attackers, which is your paint presence guys, man. And I'll be honest with you, bro.
that's why I
Listen,
think Ja would fit.
I, well, I think Ja would fit in a certain setting. I don't think Ja would fit in terms of how a system is being worked and how a
The
system
way
is
I'm
being
Jordy is.
surprised.
executed.
I'm surprised
Yeah.
Miami wants him
So
because that's the one team I feel like is the complete opposite of who John Moran is. Miami,
I
so
think Ja.
that's
No,
going
I
to be
think
an
that
interesting
Miami
fit.
Miami wants them because they think they can fix them. That's what it is. They think
Yeah,
they can fix them.
okay.
I
You know
think
what I'm
he
saying?
can be
So like,
fixed though,
yeah, I
because
think he
the
can be
key
fixed.
is with him is he still sell jerseys. If you look at his revenue as a player. He
Still sells out.
sells. He's one of six Nike guys. I
Yes.
mean, you can't say he won't
He's
fill the
one of the top
stadium.
Nike guys too.
Right.
By
Yeah,
the way,
at that. Yeah.
like his shoes are selling like crazy, bro. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie. The
Yeah.
Jazz is selling like crazy. So the reality is that it's all about a team that believe they could fix them. And I think Miami, they thought it for a while. They thought it up for a while. They just try to make it work. I think Miami's culture, whatever, quote unquote culture, they believe that they gonna get him in the gym, get him to focus. You know what I'm saying, and then get him right. You know what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I think the minute that he see Miami is full of goddamn vultures and Brazilian broads, man. That's got
And
a whole bunch of
guns.
things
And they
going
got a
on
bunch of
underneath the
guns
belt.
there. Florida
Yeah,
is
they
very
yeah,
lax on guns.
The only thing is,
Florida,
how
yeah,
does he?
Florida is pretty lax on guns, man. So I don't know how this really suits John Morant in terms of
The
how
only
he
thing is,
Don't
how
need
does
to
he?
go
How does he
there.
fit with? How does he fit with Powell and Hero? Because that's their current backcourt. You get Ja, one of them has to become a bench guy. Which Norman Powell, who wants to get paid a lot of money, probably could be too happy having a bench role.
Norman Powell, he better be unhappy, bro. Like because he ain't getting no Reds chase, bro. Like Pat Riley is not get throwing
He
him
not
no
paying
crazy
them.
money, bro.
No,
He
you're
not
not.
paying him that,
You're
bro.
not
This
making
is it.
crazy money.
We talking about somebody that let LeBron and Shaq walk out the door, bro. Like, come on, bro. You
Come
really
on,
think Norman
yeah.
Powell about to get that bacon? Come on, stop that, stop it.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
It's a very fair point. But to get back to what I was saying about in terms of players being here, listen, almost every player that I mentioned, just in terms of skill set that would add to the team and add connection to the team, got vetoed. So I'm not mentioning players no more. I'm all in on Danny Wolf. I'm all in on Danny Wolf. Being the best offensive player on this team, and I'm all in on the coaching staff being having the goddamn fucking the brains to make it work, man. To have the damn button to pop off in the head to make it work. This is one of the reasons why I want this MPJ 14 deal to happen because I strongly believe that Danny Wood's future is at the center position on this team. Now that leaves room for a lot of our wing positions and a lot of those positions to be more downhill, more attackers, more easy lanes to the basket because Danny Wolf is going to open things up. How do
Yeah.
I feel about
It's,
Clowney? How do I feel about Clowney? Yeah, I don't really feel too much
that's the question
about
mark with Noah Clowney because it's like you saw potential offensively this year, but it's like when MPJ is not in the game or if he's in the game now, you're seeing Clowney regress to like what Scott used the term a specialist. If he's just a 3 and D type 234 pounder that shoots the occasional three and the occasional dunk, it's like that's not a guy I want to give a huge extension to be my starting power forward. That's why DeBasa, Boozer, or Wilson right now are better than Noah Clowney because their skill sets are more versatile. And that's probably no clown. It's like this is your opportunity to validate why you should get a contract, a good contract extension. It's like you're regressing to shooting 15 missed threes, and then you have only like 9 attempts the following game. It's like, dude, if you get moved to the bench next year, if we draft one of these guys, you can't do what you did beginning this year, which was be very unimpactful off the bench. For Noah Clowney, his key skill is to adapt right now. We're not seeing him really adapt. We're just seeing
I'm
him regress a
I'm
bit, which isn't good.
I'm gonna be honest with you, John, bro. I think either way, as far as the four position goes, if Claxton and Dayron is not here by the end of this year, bro, I think his position is protected. I'm gonna explain why.
Oh,
Even
okay.
with AJ DeBon, even with AJ DeBonso or a Cam Boozer, the reason being is because Cam Boozer the thing about the NBA, they kind of run small anyway. So you want to have somebody more agile and more lenient at that position, right? And I think Clowney at least fits the aesthetic in terms of build. I think only the only thing about it is 3 and D at the five at his stature, bro. Like really kind of reminds you of just the stature of a Rasheed Wallace. It's just the skill set doesn't match. That's all it
Okay.
is. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like
see. I
so
can
so
see that.
so I think Clowney. I think the
Mm.
reason why Clowney could put up 15 threes, bro, is because he know his position is kind of safe regardless. They don't. They continue if they continuing to throw Danny Wolf at the three, and by the time they lose him in Dayron, they throw Danny Wolf at the five, and then they'll be like, "Hey, Clowney, you still cool at the four, bro, because you can still stretch the floor. We just gonna wait for them threes to actually go in." and you can still block shots on the weak side. This is where they wanted to put Claxton for the last 7 years. It's just
Yeah.
Claxton don't have what Clowney has.
Right.
See, and
That's
that's
what the
what I want to
reality is.
experiment. That's
Right.
what I'd rather
Right.
experiment with a Clowney Wolf pairing at the 4 and 5. But it's like with Claxton here, you're not going to see that all this year, and that's what's so upsetting. It's like if Claxton's not a long term piece, I wish you would have traded him sooner rather than now because at least we could have seen Clowney Wolf gel more together. And me and Leaf have noticed. I get what Jordy wants to do: put these guys in uncomfortable positions to learn positionless basketball. It's important to learn it now so they can be very versatile in the future. But Danny Wolf, especially, you want to play him more at the 5 right now because offensively he can control the pace and momentum of the game. But you have him guarding 2, 3, and 4. He gets exposed defensively, and then we have two ball handlers in Nolan and Cam. Wolf gets only 2 or 3 shots a game. That's where they're failing Danny Wolf right now. Like we put him like
I
make him
tell
more
you,
part of the offense and have him flow more as a lead point big, which I think would help him get back to what he was
John.
doing in the Bucks.
I'll be honest with you, John. You know the secret to this team, and nobody is talking about it.
What's that?
Is
Well,
transition. The way that it starts with Nolan Trayor and Drake Powell. That's the real secret to these rookies. If they
it's true.
run more and they space out more, bro, like Danny Wolf at the 5 would easily be a thing because now you have more spacing.
I
And
agree.
now you gotta respect Clowney. The thing is that 3 spot is gonna be highly vacant. Now is the end, and now the question about the 3 spot, which I kind of already know, but I'm gonna entertain it anyway because a lot of people just want me to be positive about shit that they know they ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So in the
Right.
case of a AJ DeBonsa or Caleb Wilson, which I think would fit more in that spot, in terms of that 3 position, it could possibly work in terms of Danny Wolf, Clowney, at the 5 and the 4. They want to try to make it to where Jaeger can possibly move to the 2 or the 3 at some point because he's the unlockability to his game is being a connector. But
Right.
the thing is, you have to have players to make it connect. That's the thing
Mm.
about being a connector. You have to have
Right.
players on the court. The other 4 players on the court have to make his connection work. And when you have shooters, bro, like you're designated to shoot. Like, all right, yo, Danny Wolf, you can space the floor. Guess what? The lanes are gonna be open. Clowney, you can space the floor. Guess what? The lanes are gonna be open. Uh, uh, um, so that guys like Drake Powell can get downhill. Guys like Nolan Trayor can get downhill. Hey, guess what? You know who else could space the floor? Diego Demin. He's been shooting pretty well. Let him stay on the court. The problem is he's 6'9" and buck 90. He gains another goddamn 30, 40 pounds. Guess what? He turns into I don't know, Kyle Anderson and
Yeah.
just with a jump shot. You know what I'm saying? But he's a better connector. Now you
The
can
great
use the 30 pounds, the 30 and 40 pounds that he gained. Now he becomes a screener. Now you can roll. Now you can roll off him. You're a little bit heavier. You're a little bit punchier. Because if you ain't athletic at 6'9", 190, you ain't gonna never be athletic.
Exactly, and he has a chance to get stronger. You kind of see his arms are getting strong, and I think that's what they ultimately want him to be, a 1-2-3 connector on the court. You got to play a little defense at the 3, you got to shoot at the 2, and at the 1, I need you to make some small passes to your teammates. I think once Yegor masters his dribbling and his strength skills more, then you're going to see him be able to do 1-2-3 interchangeably. I think that's the ultimate goal for Yegor, and it's a great goal because it's going to allow him to exceed in different areas as opposed to exceeding just one area as a point guard. So if there's an evolution going on there, keep doing that with him, because I think it's going to make him better long term for this team. And ultimately, I can't wait till the Terrence Mann BS is done because Nolan Trayor should be starting right now next to Yegor. 11 assists in 2 games. Terrence Mann, 4-2-2. It's like I've seen this stat for 2 months now. Like this guy's values in the shitter. You're gonna have to probably attach a second round pick to trade him somewhere, which I will do. And give me an expiring salary. I will take an expiring salary from any team right now to get this guy off the team. He just dribbles a ball. Like it's one of the worst excuses you give me for a rebuilding team. The guy starts because he dribbles a freaking basketball. Like what are we in college right now? Like come on. Like let Nolan Trior start
But
with Yegor.
the one thing I could say about Terrence Mann is that he doesn't make a lot of mistakes. Even when he does have the ball, if you look at his stat line, it probably a read like 8 points, 5 rebounds, two or three of them are offensive. and he only has like 2 shots. So like I mean, Terrence Mann is just not the trajectory. That's all. That's the only thing that's
Right.
most Nets
He's
fans are
not.
having. He's just not the trajectory. But what he does is make smart plays. Like if he's getting 6 assists and 0 turnovers, that means the rookies need to be learning from that. That means the Drake Powells and the Nolan Treyarchs and even the Ben Sarath need to be looking at him like, yo, this is the dude that we need to be playing like when we're
He
not getting
plays.
all the
He
shots.
plays bigger than his size. He
Yes, he
played.
plays way bigger than his size because he's only
Yeah.
6'5", and he's responsible a lot of times for bringing up the ball because Yegor is just not ready yet. That's the reality. In terms, Yegor still needs help bringing up the basketball. We
That's where
realize
Nolan
that
comes in, though.
I mean, here's the thing: the Nolan to only
Can't
come
shoot.
in and dive.
But he can
He can't
dribble.
shoot, bro.
But he can dribble and play make. It's like I got my one right there. It's not.
But
It's
Yeah,
not
but
Terrence
yeah, but you
Mann.
gotta.
Terrence Mann ain't a one.
John, if he could dribble and play make, like the opposition knows what to do when he gets the ball. We're getting back on defense. We're going under the screens when he has the ball. We're in the paint.
Yeah.
We're gonna look. We
We
don't
ain't
have
gonna
no
try to
respect for
take it
you
from him.
when
We
you
ain't
get
gonna
the
try to.
ball.
We ain't
I'm
gonna
not
try to
trying to
take it.
take it from you. You're gonna have to prove to me that you can shoot 6 for 6 from the 3-point line. Until
That is
you do,
hilarious. That's hilarious. The rookies have to get through Terrence Mann to earn a role on his team. That's the most hilarious. It's true, but it's hilarious to like know that
I don't.
And
that's
they
what
not. And they
I don't.
not
that's what
worried
the
about
But the thing is,
Yegor.
Rockets.
They not worried about Yegor attacking the rim. They
they
not.
not.
They
They not
not.
because they
They
know he ain't
putting
gonna
their
do it.
worst defender on him.
They putting their worst possible defender on him, bro. Like, and then when it comes to when Nolan Traore is on the court, that same defender is going under screens. He
Yeah.
is not going over them, bro. Like, yo, Nolan Traore jump off a dribble
You got
handoff.
to show
I'm going
me.
up. I'm meeting him on the other side.
You got to show
Yo,
me
you gotta show
consistently that you can
me
hit a
that you
shot.
can do something from out there. Because
Yeah.
I know you want to dive and get to the paint and knife
That's
to the basket. Like, yo, the league Drake Powell open too.
yeah.
A lot of times.
Yeah.
Because like his shot, he ain't been a lot of these dudes, listen, a lot of our rookies are really flashes in the pan that kind of need they flashes and flurries in the pan that really need battery packs in their back in a lot of minutes, and they're not going to get a lot of minutes in front of dudes that's making 15, 25, and 30 something $1 million a year.
That's why they
They're
gotta
just not.
go. That's why they gotta go. Like we
And even
agreed. Hopefully, Sean.
and
Hopefully,
John and
Sean
John
wakes up and don't sleep to this deadline like last year.
John John, guess what? Even if they do go for the supposed trade that you seen on Twitter the other day that was on Breezy page, guess what?
Uh,
They're not gonna get minutes over them neither because they are better shooters than they ever will be. And
yeah,
we're hell bent
this
on spacing the court.
right. But this is
And
the
they're
second half of this. But this is the second half of the season where you can rest these guys and protect the lottery pick. If Jordy's that idiotic and want to still try to win basketball games, then this front office either grows a pair or they resign before the upcoming draft because you cannot allow these new guys to come in, just take all these rookies' minutes and not push the 5 guys you drafted. Like that's where I'm going to start losing it now because it's like you finally do the smart things. You trade MBJ for a decent haul. You traded Terrence Mann to open up minutes for Noah. But hey, I still got to play Malik Monk and Buddy Hield over these guys. No, no, no. That's where we're really going to drop the ball if that happens. Rest those guys. Play maybe 10 games. Rest them after that. And let the rookies play the
play
rest of
the
the way. Well,
play dudes that's making 15, 16, 17 million dollars for 10 games and rest them. I'll be honest with you, bro. When I said that the NBA tanking rules apply to certain teams, we're running those teams.
they
You
don't
better
like us, though.
believe
How does it apply to us so they don't like us, Leave? I just want to protect my spot. And hope I got lucky at
we're
this
running
point.
those teams. So guess what? If three
It's a good one,
dudes that's
Scott,
making
right?
15, yeah, but I'm letting you know, if one, two, three dudes that's making 15 plus $1 million is not on the court, and we got 5 rookies getting 20 something minutes plus, you
30
better
minutes.
believe them 30 minutes plus. You better you don't think the NBA ain't gonna do shit about that? You really don't, and
We
knowing
should
how they
just
all getting 30 minutes,
we should just eat
you
those fines
really
at this
don't think the
point.
NBA is watching us?
Sean and Joe should eat those fines. I mean, they're rich as hell. They should no problem paying a couple
didn't
bucks.
Philly get fined last year?
Yeah, they got
Yeah,
the
and
they got the
they
third
got a
pick.
third pick anyway.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
got the third pick.
You know
Oh,
why? Because somebody in in the NBA league front office is a damn Sixers fan. This is one of the reasons why they got Joel. It's one of the reasons why they got Ben Simmons. It's one of the reasons why they got a goddamn so many other picks that they
Yeah,
failed on, and now they trying to restart the dope again with Maxi and BJ Escombe, and they're getting another shot to do it with VJ Escombe in their front in their backcourt with somebody that just so happened to be averaging 30.
right, right.
Make it make sense. I know people don't want to believe the shit that I'm saying, but it's forensic files does exist.
Yeah, sure enough, do. It
You
sure
can
enough
point
do
to the
exist.
evidence. You can point to all the evidence that you need that the NBA realizes that the Brooklyn Nets screwed them over when it came to TV dollars. They
we
were
screwed
not looking
ourselves
forward to
over.
Cam Thomas. They were not looking forward to Cam Thomas getting 40 points on the TNT game. That was not set up that way. The problem was, bro, when we traded KD and Kyrie, and then the season before when we traded James Harden, that was a problem. We messed up TV dollars. And the NBA is not going to forgive us for that. They're not. The only way we can dig ourselves out of this hole is drafting smart and trading smart.
Right, and
That's the only way.
this is where the cap space becomes a handy. But just like Leaf and me say, you can reinvent the wheel. The Nets have done it multiple times. We can find third options, fourth options, and make them temporary top guys. It's not a hard thing to do. But everybody's like, somebody said today, Chris Brickley, whatever his name is, the same guy said Ben Simmons was going to be a superstar after his back surgery. Said we should build around MPJ because he's 27 years old and he's selling the only guy selling tickets on his team. You do not build around a guy who's a third option who's had 3 back surgeries. He had 2 really good months. Like some people really are overselling themselves on MPJ, and it's unfortunate because he's not going to lead you.
But John, at the same time, bro, we're trying to oversell MPJ to the highest bidder.
Yeah, yeah.
So realistically, bro, we all got to make a sense. If we're over, if people that want MPJ to stay here are overselling him being a number one option, we're doing the same thing as the tanker section is doing the
It's
same thing,
beneficial.
trying to oversell him to the goddamn highest bidder.
Yeah,
The tankers want to oversell him to the highest bidder and be like,
that's
"Yo,
true,
we
Lee.
need two at first."
That's
And guess
true.
what? The people that want him to stay, they're gonna oversell him on how he should be a number one for at least
He
one more
ain't
year
no
left
number
on his
one guy.
contract.
Somebody on Twitter said this guy was our version of Shea. Have you seen Shea? Have you seen that PJ? Like people got to stop getting their heads out of the gutter here. Every time we get somebody with talent, even if they're not a franchise guy, some people say this guy can be a franchise guy. No, how about you secure the franchise guy in the draft? Like AJ DeBosa, that's the guy you build around. You'll be around a 27-year-old that is going to want
But
$40 million
John,
in his 30s.
I hope
John,
AJ, but
John,
I hope
John,
AJ, I hope AJ
John, I hope for
Tabas to
your
be a
sake.
superstar.
John,
I really
hope for your
do.
sake that AJ DeBosa one of these days could do what half of what MPJ is doing on off of 3 back surgeries, arm injury, and by the way, a left cast that only stroke victims walk with that learn how to walk again. I hope and
You see
pray.
how scary
I
that is
hope
what
and
you just
pray.
said?
Yeah,
All that about the guy.
but he doing it though.
Hold on, John. But
But
John,
he
he
doing
doing
it.
it though. Here's the problem.
He doing it.
John, here's one thing I need you to know about most of the NBA superstars. They are all hurt.
Yeah, they play
It's
hurt.
80 something games.
It's
They
always
all play
something.
hurt.
It's
I
always
like that.
something.
I like that.
I mean,
It's always
not
something.
like that. Not like this. Not like that. Guess what? KD came here post Achilles. Nobody complained. Kyrie
That's
came here with a
real.
bunch of injuries. Nobody complained. James Harden came
Those
here
are
in a
mental
fit suit.
injuries.
I
Those
think
are
that
mental injuries with Kyrie.
I think it is the
Kyrie
perception.
skates hard. He went to Duke.
Yeah, listen, Leaf. It's the perception that MPJ has been in the shadows of other superstars on his team in Denver. That's why
Yes.
players people don't look at him as what he was when he was coming out. So
Right.
I get it. I get it that he was injured. He had back injury. The thing was, this happened early and he recovered. He even helped Denver, which a lot of people don't want to give him credit for, win a title.
We done damn near title.
I
He's
don't
a
get
stinger.
it why he
So
can't be
so
a number two
so
on a
here's
team.
here's my thing. We are like here's my thing about the tankers. You're so hell bent that the NBA is gonna hand you shit. You're so
And
hell bent that the
I,
NBA is gonna hand you shit. When meanwhile you said no to John Morant, you said no to Zion, you said no to these other free agents because of what happened with Kevin Durant. That's why you said no.
yeah, that's a
MPJ,
perception.
that's why you said no. MPJ came up over here with all of that bad history that he had in terms of health and he's giving you 27 and 8, and you still saying no, we need to go younger. We need to do what OKC did. They did it didn't work. We got 5 picks, they did it didn't work. This is what we did. We
when
did
it,
it. This is where we
when
going.
when they almost got beat by a yo man team.
When they almost got beat by Indiana.
Hey, you saw what happened against the Clippers when MPJ's number one option. They destroyed the shit out of us. Like, listen, I get what MPJ's doing. It's amazing. Every accolade he's earned with the injuries, I give him all the respect and all the credit. My problem is this front office wants to sell him as a number one
They
guy.
got to.
No, but here's the thing, though. You don't have to overburden this guy like they're doing. Because once you do that, that's when the injuries become a real problem. Once you overpay the guy, because you botch this upcoming draft, if we do, you have to overpay this guy because there's no other choice. That's when you screw yourself. You become a
But
laughing stock of the Sacramento Kings.
but we
Look how
only
many
got
bets
we
are
only got
look
11
how
wins
many
though,
bets are on the
John.
Kings right now.
We
That's
only got,
crapping
as of
down.
right now, we still only got 11 wins. There are teams
That's
that's worse
exactly.
than us that almost have 10 wins. So we still in the
Exactly.
spot. We still
Still
where
in the
we need
spot.
to be.
That's number one. And number two, bro,
We
like you
still
gotta
there.
realize that we got MPJ because the Denver Nuggets decided that they didn't want to go in the second apron.
Right.
That's why we got MPJ.
Everybody's
And we
avoiding
got
that.
and we got a first round unprotected for him
Yeah.
too. So
Great.
then to mention number three, we didn't do anything else to build around MPJ because when we got MPJ, bro, he was talking about retiring.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
So
And me and you, John,
makes the
sat there
son.
and said that.
Why
That
else
he
do you
Number
think I'm
13.
considering trading him? A guy that's not mentally fully
But
set
John,
and wants
he
to
might
extend his career,
he
you
might
have to take
leave.
that
but
He
4
might
years.
John,
leave.
but John, all of that mental shit went out the window the second that you saw 27 and 8. The second that you went out the
Leaf,
window
leaf,
and
leaf.
said
It's an
27
impressive
and 8.
stat on a bad team. Are you ready to commit to this guy to be a 2 or 3 if you miss out on this upcoming draft and go young? Are you ready to commit that money to the guy? Because he's not leading you anywhere more than a first round exit at
I'm
best.
not talking about, bro. And what you think one of these rookies gonna do? Do
They're
you
going to
think they're
grow and
gonna put him to?
develop and hopefully be a large
They're
part of
gonna
why we get
grow and
older.
develop. So growth and develop is guaranteed. But what you getting right
OKC
now at
did it.
27 and
OKC
8,
did
it
it.
ain't.
OKC did it.
Okay, CJ. So that means gonna happen. That's what it means.
Well, you know, you do know to win in
This
this
is
is
this
the era.
but
Wait, Scott. Let me say this one thing to the league.
go
You know,
ahead,
this
go
is the
ahead.
era. You have to develop certain guys to win a title. You can't just
Yeah.
be
No, you
all
don't.
vets now.
No, you don't. No,
Yeah, you
you
can.
don't. No, you don't.
Okay,
No,
okay.
you don't.
Okay,
Because
so tell me,
Indiana was
why did
about
the
to get
Suns fail? So
Indiana.
why did the Suns fail?
The Sun, bro, the Suns fell because they put a system deep enough
Because they
around them.
invested in
That's
3
why.
guys. They invested 3 guys, and they couldn't get it
And
done.
they,
That's what
and they
happens
was
when you don't develop.
no wrong. They invested in one guy and everybody else they drafted.
Kevin
Go back to the
Durant,
year that
Bradley Beal, Devin Booker. That failed because they didn't want to keep what was
Well,
getting them
what,
far the
well,
previous
well,
floor.
well. The thing is,
and guess what? Why you saying that? They came back a year later. Now they a playoff team. So now what?
That's because Devin
What
Booker
was that?
he fits their systems. They have younger talent now. Yeah, so you're not mentioning either. They have younger pieces now on that team.
yeah, I don't.
Younger pieces.
Gillespie, Ryan Dunn. They got some young guys on that team who do really good right now.
No, okay, younger pieces, stay there. Younger pieces that they traded for. Guess what? Dylan Brooks is a goddamn winner. He helped Houston last year. They got rid of him, and now he's the Suns. He has some 20 something points, and now look at the Suns. He's been traded, he's been bounced around in the league, and he's been doing nothing but winning.
Yeah,
Go
that's
look at
true.
what Memphis was doing, bro, when he had Dylan Brooks. They had some of their best years. You can trade for pieces and they can work. Everything's right into the draft. Indiana traded for almost all of their damn talent, and they was Achilles injury and we can it all. There's more than one way to make a team.
Yeah, you can't just follow one rule. Like
You
everybody,
can't follow one rule because it worked for them.
yeah, yeah. What work
You gonna go to
for
the street
OKC
if the
might not
Bucks,
work for
if you're playing,
Brooklyn.
yeah, if you're playing the lottery, you're like, oh shit, I need to go to the block. I can hit one too. You gonna go to the block and follow him and make the money?
If we
Yeah.
don't hit a grand slam in this draft, it will have severe repercussions
Yeah,
on our
this
future.
grand slam in this
All I have to
draft.
say about that.
We only
What's
got
up
one
with
pick.
the
we
Better be a
only
good one. Better be a
we,
great one. No, it better be an elite
It's
one.
gonna be a great one. You know what? Because we live in NBA hands to give us a great one.
But if you
We
trade
should
MPJ
not
and stay at 4 or 5, it might do us a favor.
no,
Nobody's
no.
giving up this year's draft though.
If you trade for MPJ, you're gonna get something in the 2030s that's a first. You're gonna have to wait even longer.
That's post.
And
Wait, that's post Curry though. Guess what? That's a valuable trade pick, and we also have the Nuggets trade pick. So we have a superstar package right there to get any star we want. Like you just said, in many ways to bake a cake, my friend. You think I'm just
Yeah,
focused on the
that's
yeah,
draft?
true.
I'm focused on the future too
yeah.
to get a star as
Right,
well.
right, right. Yeah. You focus on the future. The same future that this front office been fucking up ever since they got in there.
And that's the front office. But you know what? We have young players who actually try to work every day for their minutes. I appreciate that more than having vets on this team that are unhappy and always want the next meal or the next contract. We did that for 10 years on this team. How many vets have we gone through that were here for a few minutes and then they're somewhere else winning a title? We didn't
Like,
develop anybody the
Listen,
last 10
like,
years.
let me ask you something. Could we
let me
be?
tell you
Could
why.
we? Let me say one thing. Lee. Could we be a mid team and just be one piece away? Could
I
we?
think so.
Could you just get one piece that can get you over the hump?
It's possible, but at the same time, but you know why it's possible? Because guess what? The Indiana Pacers, bro, they only lost. They started one and they started five, and now they're at the bottom of the league. If you would have told me that one Achilles injury and one dude going to the Bucks would have put them at the would have got them to the brink of an NBA championship to the bottom of the league, I would have called you crazy.
Yeah, that's
Anybody
true.
knew. He
That's
knew.
why I know. That's why I know when you following somebody else's game plan, like OKC, it worked
Mhm.
for them. It worked
Yes,
for
it's
them.
worked for
That's
them.
all. It worked.
It
I'm
worked for
quite
them.
sure if it didn't work, we would be saying, well,
We would be saying, well, yo, they should have traded for this and they
they
should
should
have
have did
traded for
this, they
that.
should
They
have
should
did
have got
that.
this and they should have got that.
Or they're
You
a
know what I'm
young
saying?
team, they're young, they're exciting, but
But the one thing that needs to be mentioned, bruh, is that a lot of these championships, bruh, a lot of them is like the levels, and they got levels to them too. Guess what? The one thing that we're gonna remember about OKC's run is that it was a lot of goddamn blood stains on that shit. Guess what?
that
MPJ played hurt all the way to Game 7 with an arm that he could barely lift, and he was still averaging 14 points. He was a warrior, and he still is a warrior to this
Yo,
day.
guys, breaking news. For the
yeah.
first time this season, Yegor and Drake Powell will be the starting backcourt. Let's go! Ice in my veins.
All
Now we're
right.
going to see some development tonight. Now
We
you have
about to get blown
Yegor's.
out by
No,
30 tonight.
wait. Leave. It's my birthday, bro. This is what I want. I want one of
Now
these
we
guys
really gonna
to
get
get
blown
Happy
it.
out.
It's my
birthday, bro.
birthday, man.
Happy birthday. I hope you get better, but we about to get destroyed,
Nah,
man. I
let's
gotta
listen.
call this
I,
shit, bro.
I
Oh
want
my
to. I
god.
want to see Yegor and Powell together, man. I think that's the yin and yang combination. Powell's the defense
Well,
Yegor needs, and Yegor's the offense Powell needs. I
well, I'm gonna
want to
get.
see that, man.
Well,
Let's
I'm gonna get
go.
off. I'm gonna get off. The game start at 8
No
o'clock.
Terrence Mann on my
Let me do
birthday.
that right now.
Yay!
Leaf, you covering the game?
I am, bro. Yes,
Okay.
I'm covering the
Where
game.
people can go and
Listen,
see you at?
you can go Two, hold up. Let me put the shit in the damn chat right
Yeah,
now,
put it
man.
on your
Cause
chat so I can put it up.
I meant to put it in the chat a bunch of damn times, man. I ain't even do that. So
And
for
John,
those of
happy
y'all,
birthday, John. Happy birthday,
I
man.
yeah,
appreciate
happy
it.
birthday to
Thanks
John,
for letting
man.
me talk to you guys. Thank
And
you.
of course,
Get better, get
and of
better.
course, feel that, yeah,
Appreciate
definitely.
it.
So, where y'all want to see me at for the game tonight, you got to go to youtube.com/at Leaf 4788. That is that's where the game is gonna be live, man. Focus up because I'm not giving the NBA no more of my goddamn money for League Pass. I'm going to go. I'll go watch
Smart
this
man.
shit
Smart
on.
man.
I'm
Okay.
going to watch this shit on somebody else's TV. It just so
Yeah.
happened to be in my living room. So like, look, it's gonna be youtube.com/athlete 4788. I ain't gonna lie, this backcourt, I'm not so too excited about this backcourt because we about to get destroyed, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like
I've been
this shit
waiting
Well,
about to
I
get
37
hope.
games for this backcourt, so I'm excited.
Okay. All
Patiently
right.
yeah.
waiting for
All
37
right.
games for this
Don't
To,
forget
backcourt.
to
to the
like and
so-called
subscribe. Thank
development
you.
of the young players.
Follow me, everything
Like and
BK That's
subscribe.
John, everybody.
Follow
Yup.
John on X. Where at, John?
Everything BK Nets John, and whether you like or don't like my content, you still respond to my content. Peace out, Brooklyn World.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Like and subscribe. Thank you.